Everyone, welcome to the Defensive Film Study. I'm Texas Homer. That's Drew Kelson and Jeb Bush, former players, and I just talk on the internet. You guys need to go to Inside Texas. $1 for just 1 month flash sale. Take advantage of that. We're going to break down actually the Georgia offense to talk about what we want to see from the Texas defense when we play them. Talented group. Let's get right into the tape. All righty, we have a play one here. It is third quarter, 3rd and 4, 12:45 on the clock, and you're going to see a branch screen for an explosive. You're going to see a pick here from this leading wide receiver, and then Branch is going to be able to leak out, and this is the first down marker. So they're just trying to get an easy first down marker here. It's going to be single read, just really well designed, but simple for the quarterback, and they do this a ton. So let's look. We get the drop back. We saw the pick right here on 5, and this is going to open it up right for them. Easy stuff. The problem is they get the first down. That's problem number 1. But Branch is a really dynamic athlete, and he's able to just make it happen, and he's going to continue. Nobody even really near him at this point. So he turns a little 4-yarder into and he keeps going. And finally, so turns 4 yards, which you don't want, into that. Now, this is not really their MO. They're not super explosive, but you can see how a simple play can turn into that with the personnel like Branch. What did you like this one, Drew?
First of all, I like it because, well, I don't like it for a couple of reasons. We need Kirby to go to the NFL. Kirby Smart needs to go to the NFL because this is what you're getting from him and this team right now offensively. This is just bare minimum stuff, and just being able to win games with the bare minimum and still be in the hunt every year in the SEC championship game is huge. And when you watch film of Georgia, especially offensively, they're not going to wow you with anything. But they're going to put you in conflict often. And so there's so many different ways in this set they're in conflict. First of all, you have an empty set. You have a quarterback who is mobile. And, if they decided to run a draw or check to that, that's something that's always going to be at their fingertips. 2, it's rare sometimes that you see a clean pick. There are guys who are not coached well enough to pick cleanly and make plays like this work. They're well coached. This is an awesome pick by this lead receiver. He stems inside, avoids. That's how you pick. You pick by avoiding, but still having that respect of the guy who you have to pick. But yeah, Zachariah Branch goes underneath, and it's just there. And what's funny is this is not the formula for Georgia. Explosive plays like this is not what these plays are drawn up for. This was drawn up to get 4 to 6, maybe 7 yards if everything would have been clean. But it takes off. And so if Georgia's giving up plays like this, or if Texas is giving up plays like this to Georgia, that's a really, really tough day. At the end of the day, with the way that they run their offense, at best, they're running 8-play plus drives and just kind of picking and gnawing away at your defense. And you just have to stop them as things progress and push for a field goal. But plays like this cannot happen on Saturday if the Orange are going to have a chance to just outscore them, because this isn't even in their DNA this season, but they're capable of it if you just give it to them. So you got to be careful.
Jet.
That was a great analysis for sure, but I want to bring it back to it's just vanilla. They're not recreating the wheel. They're just going to run inside zone. They're going to run duo, and they're just going to dink and dab it over the middle and just say, hey, we have better athletes than you, and we're going to get it to our athletes, and we're going to play football. And that's essentially what's going on right here. They just make a one-on-one matchup. Stockton hits him over the middle, and, you just get it to Branch and let him make a play, and that's an explosive enough within itself. He's a very good athlete, very explosive. One thing I would love to criticize is whatever this defensive call is on Florida is terrible. So, I don't think we'll be in this situation. I think our linebackers will be a little bit more aware of the situation. I don't think our safety is going to decide to go on the wrong side of the zebra right there in the middle of the field, who sets a nice pick. So, it's nothing I wouldn't be crazy worried about, but rather just to show you, like, conceptually, but like rather just to show you how they can turn a 5-yard pass into a 50-yard gain.
There's a brutal simplicity to it, and teams that execute like this are a different kind of pain in the ass when they're sound. And if they keep hitting that over and over again, and then they'll marry in some misdirection that we'll see later, right? But most of their battle is occurring at the line of scrimmage, whether it's the run or a screen. They're not super vertical, but you have to be sound and you have to be able to move laterally. And when they introduce misdirection, you don't need to take that false step. And then little things like this, getting picked by the ref, can't do that because now Branch is going for like a million yards. So you got to be really sound here because they're trying to challenge you on your fundamentals. All right, y'all. We have third quarter, 1st and 10, 11:56 on the clock. Ball is on Florida's 27, and we're going to see a successful run here. We're going to see a tight end down here. They're going to block. It's going to be duo. We'll see from the end zone, but some type of double team here, double team there type of thing. And then the back is going to read the linebacker. If he commits one way, he'll go the other, vice versa. But it's just a downhill running attack, and Georgia is a running team. So let's just take a look. Number 3, Frazier, good back for them. He's able to get a read. Makes like 50 cuts. And guess what? He gained what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards. Who cares about them gaining 6 yards? It's just first down, Drew. Well, this is how that right now Georgia's winning the game by doing this. So, Drew, can you explain the play, but also why it's so important to stop this offense on first down?
I mean, you got to get them off schedule. You got to get them behind the chains. There's multiple plays throughout this season where actually they do something tricky on first down. Like they'll just do something outside the box on first down, and then there'll be a 3rd and long or 3rd and 7, and they'll run the ball just because you give them numbers. But when they get down in this area, kind of on the brink of the red zone on the other side of your 50, and they have some good momentum, they're 1st and 10. They can do this all day. They'll take 6 yards all day because everything that they do in this offense is built to put you in conflict. So it's not only that they get 6 yards on this run play, which really eliminated the D-line's influence on the play. I mean, they stretched it. I mean, he kept it front side, just followed the tight end and the receivers. The D-line is not even influencing this play whatsoever. So when you talk about a dominant D-line or a disruptive D-line that Texas needs to have, they're not even included in this fit, So this is just another way that Georgia can attack, and especially on first down when they get a chance to stay ahead of the chains, it just puts the Texas offense in a bind, or could put the Texas defense in a bind. But in addition to all of that, there are multiple options they have in this set that they just execute well on, whether it be zone read, they have a one-on-one on the outside with the receiver. They can keep, whether they do zone read or they can keep this front side. They can run screens out of this counters. You can do a lot out of this set. And so when you talk about being sound in your assignments and understanding where you fit, there's not a real clean set you'll ever get from Georgia where there aren't 5 or 6 or 7 different types of plays that, depending on what defense you're in, can put you in conflict. So they do a really great job of it. It's really simple. And I've compared them to, they're willing to drive the ball 8 to 10 plays per possession and just keep moving and score touchdowns. But this is how they can do it. So we really have to be effective on first downs and to fit this kind of stuff up and put ourselves in the best position to get ahead of the chains.
Jet.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of this play. It's one of my favorite run plays. Every time you're going to see this formation, it doesn't matter if it's on Sunday, if it's on Saturday, if it's on Friday night, Friday Night Lights. They're going to be running this play, and they're going to be running it out of this formation, that little tight bunch close to the line like that. And I think the most impressive thing is, like, he gained 6 yards, but as soon as he gets touched, the running back, he goes down, and he finally gets touched at 6 yards. He doesn't do anything. Look at his lineman. Boom, boom. Look at his tight ends blocking. Hasn't been touched. Now he's touched. And so, as much as we want to like praise the running back, I mean, that O-line is just basically paving the way. They look like,
And tight end and wide receiver.
yeah,
Everybody.
they are out there to block over there. They understand they look like the Indianapolis Colts out there moving people, and they got Quinn and Nelson or something. I mean, this running back isn't even getting touched till he's past the 5 yard marker on the play. So I think that's one. I think as much as we want to be worried about the running back or whatever, I think we're gonna have to hold our weight up front more than anything.
Yeah. And just little things that good offensive linemen do. If you look at 94, that's Tyreek Sapp. That's a good edge for them, NFL player. He's going to cross face. They did that a lot to us. But the guard is just going to take and run them out of the play. It's little things like that, simple things like that. They're just sound in that regard. In ways that Texas hasn't been on the offensive line. Are you ready to love your kitchen and bathroom again? Luxe Kitchen and Bath will bring that to life. Luxe has been offering high-end kitchen and bathroom remodels for 3 generations throughout the greater Austin area. With 5-star review after 5-star review on Google and Facebook and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can put your faith in Luxe Kitchen and Bath's award-winning designers and skilled craftspeople to bring your dream vision to life. But that's not all. Luxe's all-star team also provides full home remodels, large additions, and even commercial build-outs as well. So call Luxe Kitchen and Bath at 833-358-LUXE today, or visit luxekitchenbath.com to discover where quality meets luxury and begin the process of transforming your home. Get your free quote today by calling 833-358-LUXE. That's LUXE, or by visiting luxekitchenbath.com. Contact info is in the description. Next up, we have another run to show you what they'll do downhill. This is going to be 2nd and 10, 4:16 on the clock, ball on Georgia's 36. And the back here is going to be in the pistol. He's going to get downhill. You're going to have somebody run around here for some misdirection, like he's going to get the ball, and I believe this guy's going to pull around as well. So a lot of eye candy here just for this back to fire as fast as he can down the middle.
Yeah. Exactly. So we got split zone here. It's the exact same thing as inside zone. We're just trying to make a gap backside. But you can see in this play that the running back takes it front side. But essentially the same, deal as last time. It's 2nd and 10. Like, they are behind the chains and they choose to run inside zone play. And then they gain over 5 yards and make it 3rd and medium or whatever. It's like they are just imposing. This is a moral play. This is not a schematic play. This is we are better, bigger and stronger than you play. And until you stop it, we're just going to keep doing it over and over and over again. And that's essentially why they ended up being able to hang in this game the whole time, is because they could run inside zone and duo right down the throat of Ole Miss and anybody else they want. And they're going to keep doing it until they have to do something else.
Yeah. And that number 10 that's coming across to seal the backside end, he's a freshman. That tight end is going to be a baller, by the way. He's a hell of a player. They just got 2 other ballers ahead of him. So Bowen's able to just pick it up, man.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is this play is not even supposed to hit here, but because the linemen are so dominant that it can just hit anywhere.
Yeah, just pick.
Yeah, just take your pick. You know what I mean?
True.
I don't know, man. Kirby needs to go to the NFL when you can just run basic stuff, but just have a great, like, this is his floor. And this is all schematics. So really give credit to Bobo, Mike Bobo, with this. But yeah, there's a couple things here that stand out. It's really the eye candy. They give a ton of eye candy. So if you just look at the numbers, the people who just get caught up in all of this linebacker that's in the middle here, this middle linebacker that's just over the center, the weak side linebacker. He gets stuck. He's caught up in all the fluff. He doesn't know where to fit. They have numbers to the right of the formation. Like, there's nothing but space there. He's lost on the backside. This safety on the backside up top, you're on the backside of the play. What does that do to a safety that's supposed to come down and help fill the run? This guy's just stuck. Just, what are you doing, son?
Just patting his feet. Yeah.
Just patting his feet. Meanwhile, you have a body on the front side of the play. And you have, and what's crazy about this is a dynamic Georgia back, just like any other year or just typical years, it's taking this to the house, beating a man against the house. He actually gets tackled once he gets touched the first time.
Look at 71, by the way, man. Just take this dude completely out of the screen.
Yeah.
It's just he gets help on the double team so he can get his leverage right. And then 71 just takes this dude completely out of the frame.
So we really need. So there's certain things that Ole Miss does where I had to turn off the film because it's just like, this is ugly. They aren't attacking at all on defense. They don't disrupt enough on defense. My hope for Texas is that we put enough on film where they can disrupt plays like this, where there's somebody that's always getting off a block. There's somebody that's coming from the backside. There's somebody who just doesn't concede whatever leverage the offensive line has. You can't account for disruption. So we have to disrupt. We just can't sit back and catch blocks the way Ole Miss is doing here in this clip.
This is going to be fourth quarter, 3rd and 8, 7:09 on the clock. Ball's on Georgia's 20, as you can see, and this is going to be explosive again to Branch. So we're just going to see a clear out here, some type of comeback up here, and then he's going to break out. Once again, this is just a single read. This is just getting it done. They have the one-on-one potentially. It's too high, but they keep that option open as well. So let's just take a look. It's very simple, but it's effective. If you look, Branch forces the inside leverage there, makes that guy take a step the wrong way, and then he breaks out, flattens the route well. Easy yardage, easy for the quarterback, easy for the offense. Move the chains, get a bunch of yards. Jet.
All right, so I know this just seems like a very basic, pass concept, and it is a very basic pass concept, and I did run this pass concept in middle school, but that's another story. What's impressive here is how it's 3rd and 8. You're down 3 to Florida, which is not good. They have all the hope, all the hype, all the momentum going their way right now because they actually believe in themselves for once. And you are able to sit there in the pocket, cool, calm, collected, pressure coming up the middle here, and you just deliver a perfect pass to continue the game, make it a first down. Let's go down, drive down with the boys, and we're going to score and win this thing. And that's an X factor play right there. That cool, calm collectedness, being able to deliver when the team needs you on your back. That is what Gunner brings to the game. That's why I think he's a starting quarterback at Georgia. When you need a play from him, he's going to make it happen. He's going to go to his guy Branch. Now, if you could go back to the very beginning and where you drew the out and the 2 ups, can you draw those for me? All right. So what I think is very weird here is that they're making the star who's over the number 2 essentially carry the number 2 vertical. And what we usually like to do in this situation, especially in this situation where we know they're passing, and we actually, Jade Barron got a pick doing this against Alabama, and we'll just sit that guy right there. And the quarterback will never see him, like, ever, because the whole game he's been dropping with number 2 vertical. And so if we get a pick and that's how it happens, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's another Jet prediction.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead. Pick from Littleton. Is that his first of his career? It might happen this game. Wouldn't be surprised.
And look, Sapp smacks him at the end of that too. So that's a really important factor. Run through it quicker here. Ball, smack, easy. All right, Drew. Simple. Look where the quarterback looks immediately. I mean, there's no question where he's going with the ball.
It's just crazy to me when you watch film, what you can see. I mean, just knowing pre-snap this is zone. Just based on alignment, knowing pre-snap this is zone. You look at the eyes. If they were in man, first of all, this linebacker is not in man on Zachariah Branch. And then the star that's playing, I guess, the number 2 receiver, he's not in man. So it's funny how, and if they've seen the Florida defense, they know that number 2 is going to carry. Like, this is already a schematic advantage. You know they're in zone. You see the way that they're aligned. You know where all your leverage points are. Your deepest DB beyond these, like just the linebackers is, I mean, you have your safety back there about 15 yards off. Anything you do over the middle that crosses up with number 2 and number 3 could work. They decided to take number 2 vertical, but there are multiple options that they would have had here. So I said all that to say we can't just give it away. They can't know what we're doing before we do it. And so I'm not saying we have to throw wrinkles in this game, but if you're playing man, you're in a better position. If you're blitzing, if you're clouding this zone in this low area a bit better. I mean, there's so many different things that are just left wide open. But when you play catch and pitch like this, when you give away what you're doing beforehand, yeah, of course they converted 3rd and 8 because look at the way you're aligned. They've seen it on film. They know what to expect. So, with the 2 weeks we've had, or bye week we've had, looking at their tendencies, we got to disguise some things. We have to make sure we're just not giving away leverage and giving away plays just on pre-snap alignment, because this is just, who can't do this all day? And so, we got to hopefully we throw some wrinkles in. We see our guys show up a little different.
All right. As you can see, this is just a consistent, efficient offense. They're going to challenge you schematically. Nothing crazy. It's not like Sark schematics. They're just going to know where you're at, and they're going to throw something quick. So we need to be aware of that. And there's a reason I think they're number 2 in the country in offensive efficiency. So looking forward to the matchup. Everyone, thank you guys for watching. You need to go over to Inside Texas, $1 for just 1 month. We would love to see you over there. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.